So I hope you've got a heap out of this series. I hope you've got a whole stack of insights that you're going to need, because going from a $1 million business to a $2 million turnover business, it might take you a year, might take you 2 years, but you're never going to get there unless you change a lot of things. And that's what this whole series has been about. You don't have to learn the hard way. Way back at the start of the series, I told you that one of the things that really put me here in front of you with this camera is that I ended up in the back of an ambulance because I'd worked myself too hard, because I'd pursued too many goals, because I'd tried to get too much done, and because I thought it all came down to me. Now, sitting in the back of an ambulance is scary. Sitting in a hospital with like people giving you brain scans and all this stuff because they think you've had a stroke, it's a nightmare. I was lucky. It turned out all I had was like a really bad migraine, and I just didn't realize it. And it had affected a lot of things in my body. It was pretty weird, but it wasn't the stroke that everyone thought it was. I spent 3 weeks of my life thinking I was about to die, you know. It's not like that. But that was my wake-up call. What's going to be your wake-up call? Is it that you're going to have to lose your wife? Is it that your kids are going to not know you? The cost of you growing your $1 million business to a $2 million business, unless you really rethink a lot of things and put some new things in place, will be high. And I hope it's not in an ambulance that you realize that, like I had to. The key take-homes that would have stopped me ever having to be in the back of that ambulance would have been, one, I needed to know that my business was not built on me. It should never have been built on me. I needed to have my business be a self-sustaining thing that's separate to me, and I hadn't done that at that stage. Secondly, I needed good advice to grow my business. I was blind to what was going on in my business. I'd spent so long just sort of surviving things and doing my best with my limited knowledge, and I hadn't got consultancy, and I hadn't outsourced some of the strategy, or worked with others to get the strategy right. And I was just doing my best, but because I didn't spend the money to get the right advice, I was spinning my tires, sort of going nowhere in a lot of ways. So that would be the second thing that I would have been able to learn that would have stopped me ever having to be in the back of an ambulance. And the third thing that I learned the hard way was I'd lost sight of why. Why do you want to go from a $1 million business to a $2 million business? Why? What's the why? How much is enough? Are we doing this to show the world that we're worthy? Are we doing it to prove ourselves to our parents? Are we doing it to sort of make ourselves feel important? Are we doing it because we crave respect that we never got in the playground when we were in year 5 or something? What's the why? For me, the why of my business is I want to have a really positive impact on the world. Okay, that's what I'm here to do. Okay, but I'm balanced now, so it's like, and I want to have a positive impact in my family. I want my wife to love hanging out with me. I want my kids to enjoy spending plenty of time with their dad. That's my why. That's my purpose. Okay, my business serves me. It's no longer I'm a slave to my business. Those are things that I had to learn the hard way. You don't have to learn that the hard way. Okay, you don't have to go through what I've gone through and what many other people have gone through. And you don't have to fail either, because I'm lucky. I got through all those growth stages and we succeeded. It didn't have to go that way. Most people actually fail. Most people who get to $1 million turnover, they're not going to make it to 2 million. So if that's your goal, you're going to have to do a few things right so that you don't end up in an ambulance and so you don't fail along the way, because failure at the size you're getting to now is going to really hurt. I hope you got a heap out of this video experience. I hope that some of the years of learning the hard way that I've experienced are now yours. Learn the easy way. I just encourage you to give it your best, to enjoy your work, and to put sensible boundaries around your work so your life's on track, not just your business. And I really encourage you to get out there and make a difference in the world, because your business has the capacity to do that. And you want it to flourish. You want it to make an impact. And just to remember why you got into business in the first place. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and enjoy. Grow from a $1 million business to a $2 million business. If there's things that I can do to help you out, feel free to get in touch and have fun and make the most of it.